Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Backseat Drivers number 24, the Zhou Guan Yu edition, or
So
Guan Yu Zhou, depending on how you... Yeah, it's funny how his career started so, I suppose, spectacularly at the start of the year, and then he really has gone missing, hasn't he?
You forget he's in. You forget he's there sometimes.
Yeah.
You do. Like
he's
all of a sudden you see, oh, Guan Yu's gone to a pit stop. And that's it. You go,
like
okay, and that's all you see.
Could be a Canadian.
Yeah, I think they have
Which
to.
one?
He has to do something.
Both,
If he didn't,
both of them go missing.
yeah,
He has
at least
to
the
have an
Canadians
accident or
crack into
something.
things. Yeah.
Well, he has to have an accident in order to be actually.
Does he have rich family?
He has a rich country.
It's
Yeah, I know
China,
that.
remember?
But they
Yeah.
had a rich. They had a rich Russian, and he got kicked out.
Maybe China's
Yeah, that
different.
was-
You might have rich backers.
China's corruption is a little bit lower level.
Ah, okay. So he's allowed in.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So should we talk about the most obvious news of the week?
I think we'd start there.
That
I
Dan
got to
Ricciardo is now a
interview some drivers at
multi-millionaire?
Sandown. Yeah, I suppose I've heard varying figures today of what the payout was.
Same.
What are the figures you've heard? I was hearing in the vicinity of around 20.
Yeah,
About
I've
the
heard
same.
everything from 15 to 25. And I did joke that it'd be 50 million by the end of the day.
Maybe,
Because
who
it
knows?
seemed to, every news report that I heard this morning, it seemed to get a higher figure each time.
Just keeps doubling, yeah.
So does that
Yeah.
mean he's given? Let's say he's been given $20 million, and
Yeah.
then next week Haas comes around and says, "Dan, I love what you do. You can drive with us for $5 million." Does he have to give any of it, or they still don't know?
The most reputable source that I read today, they had 15 million as the figure, which I reckon if it's a lower figure like that it won't be. He then won't have to give any money back if he gets another drive.
Ah.
If it was something like 25, which was probably over what his contract was, then I'd imagine there'd be some kind of clause if he did get. But that's where I'd turn around and just to screw him and be like, yeah, I'll drive for you for $1. And then
They wouldn't have like a value where it's like, we'll pay you out, we'll give you a $25 million redundancy payout, and you've got to pay us back a minimum $5 million if you get a job.
I'm not too sure, but
Who knows?
I'd imagine with the lower figure that if it is the lower kind of end of the scale, 15 million to the lower end of the scale.
No.
If it is the lower end of the scale, then I wish I'd take it. But I imagine that if it's on the lower end of the scale, there won't be you have to pay us back if you get another drive somewhere.
Do you reckon they've given him a lower one because they don't think he's going to get another job?
Who knows?
I think he's probably negotiated that so then he can then go and freely negotiate with another team for a proper paycheck rather than.
But there's
I
not
really
many,
feel
from what
smart.
I've been reading, not a lot of many teams could afford the salary of the Mr. Ricardo.
Depending on where he went and whether they want to pay it, I suppose. Because
Would
I
he
imagine
take a pay cut
going,
just to stay in F1?
he's going to have to.
He's not going to get McLaren dollars.
No, you won't get a 20 million paycheck.
No, he won't get that
from
much, but might get.
anyone that's available.
You'll probably be more like the 10 to. You'll probably be more anywhere between 5 to 15, I reckon. If they do offer him
You
a
reckon he get
contract.
15?
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, I think
Although it'll
probably
be-
with the seats left, Alpine would be your best bet, where you'd probably get maybe say 10 or something.
Plus bonuses or whatever, depending on what
Yeah,
he
there
does.
probably would be. Yeah, that actually would be a smart move for them to load it with bonuses.
Yeah,
so that
basically give him a cheap, lower salary and then go from that.
Who
It's
was
more
it, the one that got-
incentivizing.
10,000 points for every point they scored, and then ended up.
That was
like,
Kimmy.
Kimmy.
That was Kimmy.
Could
he ended
Dan
up
do
earning close to.
a super point thing and go, "Oh, give me $10,000 for every point I score."
I think Kimmy's was 100,000.
It was something like 100,000 per point. Yeah, he worked out to be.
Yeah.
I think the total bonuses was about 8.9 million over the 2 seasons.
Yeah, it was
It was
pretty
he's Dan
high.
riding in Alpine, so he's probably not going to get too many points.
Yeah, although you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, who knows how
Also-
next year's Alpine will be?
Also, I was thinking, you know how they've like, when we're unhappy with Dan's results and stuff. Let's be honest, McLaren as a whole hasn't done very well. Dan got their first win in 10 years.
Yep.
I mean, you can't be. I mean, yeah, he's not done very well, but also McLaren, you've not done very well without Dan.
Also,
you did nothing when he was not there, and you've done nothing with him there. You've had a net gain of 0. I mean, it's not like he didn't help your team.
Also, you got to remember the facilities they had there too weren't exactly state of the art either. So from what I've read,
I still feel like they're, you know,
he's been used as a scapegoat.
Yeah, he would have sold a lot of
He would have sold a lot of DR3 t-shirts.
Yeah, he would have sold a lot of merchandise.
Ones.
And wine.
He still won though, Lee. That's all. As the great Vin Diesel would say, it doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile.
He won,
and he knows racing.
Also, Ricky Bobby, if you're not first, you're last.
two real people that know stuff.
Exactly.
I won't have you say otherwise.
So what do you think if he can't get an F1 contract next year?
That's true.
Where do you think he'll go? Do you reckon from reports I've heard, he refused? Like they did offer him an IndyCar ride. Yeah, thanks, Adrian.
Oh.
They did offer him a seat in the IndyCar team, but he apparently refused because he's still content on driving an F1.
I reckon he'll try to get an F1 seat and exhaust that to the very end, and then he'll go somewhere.
And then he'll probably go like NASCAR or something because he loves the US. He's the biggest fan of the US of A.
I think you've still got 4 seats available for him in F1.
There's a fair few seats left over.
He'd have 4 options. So
Alpine
realistically, depending how AlphaTauri Williams.
I'd go to AlphaTauri if I had the chance.
Would he go back to Would he go back to the Renault feeder? I'm sorry, the Red Bull feeder team again? That's the problem.
If I was him,
best bet.
That's what I'd do. I still think that's a better seat than.
Yep.
I still think that's a better seat for Piastri.
What's this?
Yeah.
Jake Oakman
much
saying.
Better.
Ooh. Can we get I want to confirm this.
It says maybe at the end.
It's got the word maybe at the end, Buvy. I would say that's a definite 100%. Jay has broken the news here.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
He's 25% going to be right.
Yeah, it's true.
And Jay got in first, so if it is correct, looks like a genius.
Yeah. I can't see that one. I think he'd probably end up maybe at Williams before.
Who's his driving partner at Williams is going to be?
It'll be Albon.
Albon.
You reckon Albon?
Albon's got the
yeah.
He put out the tweet that says
Albon has a contract.
Yeah.
Albon has a contract.
He's got
the other Canadian
contract.
doesn't.
Dan had a contract with McLaren as well.
Yeah, but they bought out his contract.
Yeah. That would have been a fun conversation. As someone who has also been made redundant, all you ask is, where's my money and how much am I getting?
Okay, so according to this, if you get rid of, so not including McLaren, technically there's 5 seats available for next year.
Who's the 5th?
McLaren.
Apparently Alfa Romeo hasn't confirmed Guanzhou Yu for next season either.
That's true. Yeah, they haven't actually.
So what you're saying is there's seats for everybody.
There's seats everywhere.
Yeah.
I'll take the Alpha.
I would take the Alpha seat. I reckon the
No,
Alpha
I
seat
called
would
it
be
already,
good with him.
Buvy. You can have Williams.
No, I want Haas.
So I take it Schumacher's out. He's not coming back.
Yeah.
He's looking more and more like that. But then, no, I'm not sure where they go for a driver then as well.
So who would they go with?
They just borrow one that McLaren's obviously got 8 million of, and go, what
Or
have
you
you
get-
got in the back?
True.
Or you just get the super sub in.
Which is Nico
Hülkenberg.
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 Yeah, I'd get Grosjean back. They got Magnussen back.
Yeah, true. Why not have the team back together?
Yeah,
Bring
crazy
the old
Frenchman.
band back.
Bring
Yeah.
the old crazy Frenchman back, and it causes an accident
Yeah.
almost every single race.
hey,
So
those
what you're
accidents
saying
is
is
more
the crazy
spectacular in
Frenchman-
IndyCar.
Oh yeah, I've seen them. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, Schumacher's
off
going
topic.
to Alpine.
Although I have a thing, I did watch that Nashville race. Oh my god, what a race!
How
Finally.
good is it?
That was a great race. They need something like that in F1.
I
know.
Well,
It's been about 3 weeks
You've
ago. I
got
know that.
Singapore and
Yeah, Singapore's ridiculous.
Baku.
Singapore's a great race too.
yeah.
Basically, they do have the bridge that you do go underneath the racetrack and you go over it at one spot. So, looking forward to Singapore. It's been almost 3 years since their last race there.
Yeah, Singapore, Melbourne, and one other missed out for a while.
Canada.
Canada.
Mm.
Old Canada
Yes.
club.
Yep.
Oh, Ricardo to Haas. I think
Here we
it's
go.
becoming true, Dave.
It looks like it.
Well, we've got 2 people confirming it.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Jay and Lee have both confirmed it.
Yes.
So my theory, Dave, still stands correctly that there'll be more Australians than Canadians next year.
It's definitely sounding like it.
There's a good chance, yeah.
I
'Cause
feel
I
like one Canadian will go.
Well, maybe Dan could become Papa
Well,
Stroll's
I don't
new son.
Who knows?
He might.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had a choice, I'd
That'd
take
be a
Dan
crazy.
over.
That'd be a crazy lineup too. Alonso and Ricardo in
Yeah.
the same team.
Yeah.
I reckon there'll be too much of the. I don't think they'll be joking around too much. There'll be more of the who's going to be the bigger bull in that one if that happened.
It would get
Now,
very
Buvy,
serious
the bull
very
team's
quick.
Alpha Centauri.
Yeah, I know that.
That's the bull team. Yeah. First
Matt, no
F1
staff.
fun of the night.
Yep. All right, so we've talked Dan.
So we've decided Dan's racing next year.
Yeah, of course he is.
I think
Unless
he's got too many options. It probably just comes down to pay packet and what his aim is for it, whether he just wants to be in F1 or whether he realistically
I mean,
wants to try and get
Dave,
back at the front.
At this point, you would, if you're in his position, you're clearly not going to. You're probably not winning a championship, and you're not going to be on a constructor-winning team. If you love F1 that much, you would just take a team that either you could help the junior driver, or you're going to be the second driver, whichever team you pick. Unless you go on.
As I said, if he's desperate for F1, I would take the Alpha Tauri seat, smash Gasly, and take Perez's seat the year after.
You reckon he could get back to Red Bull?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You reckon he'd want to be number 2 again?
No, he'd want to do it just to smash Max.
If Dan or Piastri went to Alpha Tauri, they'd be in Red Bull in 2024. Because they'll both of them will smash Gasly, and then they'll be like, hey, well, it's a good idea promoting them because Perez is crap too.
Just an idea. Lee pointed up, Dan could buy the W League.
He could.
He could, yes.
I mean, that wouldn't cost very much to run.
Nah. It wouldn't.
There'd be a bit of budget in there.
Yeah.
What if he gave some money to Andretti and they make a super team? Because he does like Americans.
Well, they've got to get on the grid.
That's the thing too.
Well, I think Dan could do it. Dan could help him.
Yeah, it's still a few years away from entering, though. Hey, speaking of Andretti, though, you see the $200 million new factory they're building.
Yeah.
So is the factory for everything but F1? Or is he thinking he's getting into F1?
No, well, this is for the IndyCar and Indy Lights and whatever else they do in America.
So basically, it's for everything.
It's for the American stuff.
Yeah, so it's everything but F1.
Basically.
But potentially, he's got the potential to make it an F1 garage facility.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
but they
Not
realistically,
really.
you still need to have a European base.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's based in America.
Yeah.
Yeah. This will be the American base for the IndyCar and all that. It's still
What's
in
the most
Indiana.
American European city?
What? Most American European city? You'd probably have to say Boston.
No, but like he need like a place in Europe that's American for Andretti,
Ah,
so he can still live the American way, but be in Europe.
London.
London, possibly. That's probably the closest you're going to get.
They kind of
Most-
speak the same language, and
Well, one's been
Germany.
butchered and one's the proper English.
The Queen's English.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, you could buy a huge army base.
In Germany.
Could he buy an old army base and just set it up there? Have it like Top Gear style, and have the
Yeah, an old
race
Air
track.
Force base. Yeah, have an old Air Force base.
Perfect.
That could work.
great ideas.
I've decided
Great
to quit my
ideas there.
job as the Ferrari strategy, and I'm now the Andretti location manager.
Oh, yeah, that works.
Now,
Well,
Lee, was that deliberate in Germany just to make it sound slightly European?
I think so. Sound a little bit Deutsch there?
Yeah, that might scare off Andretti.
It could.
He's
Because-
probably not.
He probably won't be a fan of Germany having an Italian background.
Oh, so he's probably not
So-
going to have an F1 team for at least.
2026, probably.
Yeah, I
So-
think. Yeah, it'll
That's
take
when, that's
time
when
for
the new
Andretti.
teams are. Yeah, it's going to take time. New engine regs, new car regs are all going to come in then. So yeah,
So the way I see it, Ricardo drives for 1 or 2 more years. Andretti comes in 3 years later. Dan comes in, technical advisor for Andretti.
I don't know. He's more of a racer.
I'd like.
I
to see
think
maybe-
you'll probably see him retire and disappear.
And do crazy stuff.
You don't think he's going to do Mark Webber stuff and just join a Porsche factory team? And
I
do
reckon he'll
Well,
still.
yeah.
I reckon he might still race, but it won't be in the. He won't be in F1. He'll probably like you said, either sports car, maybe WEC. If he wants, he could go rallying, or he could do other stuff. There's plenty of other. Race series out there for him to do.
That's right. Dan was going to do his F1 TV show.
Yeah, so he
he's
needs
done that, hasn't he?
Yeah.
That doesn't work if he's not driving.
driving. So that's one of the reasons why he should be.
I reckon they know that he's got a seat. Otherwise, they wouldn't have given it to him.
Probably. Maybe something.
Well, yeah, at the time, though, it would have been a
Also,
little bit of different.
Jared, did you mean to write supper cars? Because now I'm imagining Dan eating dinner in a car while driving around.
You're picking up everything today.
Because it's just him. It's like him when he was eating the chicken buvy.
Oh yeah, that was great. How awesome was that?
I haven't
would
watched
like
that
to
yet.
see more Dan Ricciardo chicken reviews.
Oh yeah, that was
Or
great.
Dan,
He's
Ricciardo,
eating chicken on top of a supercar.
Yeah, it's the
Okay.
supper car. That's what Jared was talking about.
Yeah, for sure.
Dan Ricciardo supper car. It's where he drives around eating supper. This week
Yep.
it's chicken.
This week it's chicken. Food reviews.
Just-
Food reviews on supercars.
Just on food reviews on YouTube, have either of you watched Bus Bros yet?
Who what?
No, I've been very
No.
busy. Dave.
Ah, Matt, you
I haven't,
will have.
but I needed to.
Once you watch the first episode of Bus Bros, you'll have time.
I will make time for it tomorrow.
2 IndyCar drivers being idiots.
Okay, that works.
You had me at idiots, Dave.
They do food reviews and show us your bus
Sure.
because they've all got the big or they've all got the big motorhomes in America that they drive around
Oh,
in.
yeah.
So they just randomly like knock on the door and go into someone's bus.
Yeah, Dave,
Oh,
you should
really?
have done a food review. Wasted opportunity, Dave.
Unfortunately, I only had a few minutes with them in between races. So
Okay, fair
Next
enough.
time, Dave, bring a Zinger burger and get them to eat it.
I
that
have
works.
got another interview lined up as well with someone. But
Okay.
yeah, unfortunately that's going to be over Zoom, that one. So
That's okay.
yeah.
So-
Lee, how is that any different to three dickheads filming themselves?
Exactly. That's what we're doing right now.
We're unknowns though.
Yeah, true.
These guys are actually professional Penske drivers that are allowed to do
Oh,
this.
they're professional dickheads.
They're
We're still
professional.
amateur.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're in the little league still.
Little dickheads.
That's true. I did have a food question in there.
Yeah. Pineapple on pizza. Depending on the pizza.
Pineapple's fine.
Nah, it
Pineapple
depends
is
on the
fine.
pizza. Nah,
Nah.
it depends on the pizza. You can't put it on everything.
I literally do. You get the pineapple, you put it on the pizza, and you put it in the oven.
Job's done.
Done.
All right, fair enough.
In fact, Buvy, I'll do it again, and you can't stop me.
Of course I can't.
Exactly. I'm going to send you
Alright.
photos of it.
Nice.
Just video of me with pineapple. Oh, Dan's going to Alpine. We've got
Alpine.
conflicting views now, Dave. I don't know where Mike gets his information from, but I'm hearing Alpine now.
I think it probably will be Alpine, but I don't agree with it.
You'll go
What
back
are you
there and
going
see
to
what
What are you
happens.
going to achieve there? You beat Ocon again.
He's basically going to go
And-
back there and beat Ocon again.
You
But
might
I mean, what if
finish.
that's his only option?
That could be the issue too.
Well,
maybe
I'd go.
I reckon I'd go
calling
Alpha.
Chip
I'd rather go to Alpha instead.
Alpha
So if you had
Alpha Romeo.
So if you had a choice, Dave, between Alpine and Alfa Romeo, where are you going?
Alpine. Out of those
And
two.
then, okay, Alpine and Haas.
Alpine.
You'd still go Alpine.
So Alpine second, Haas,
Yeah.
and then, say, Williams.
I'd nearly even put Williams above some of those others.
Probably.
I can see Dan joining the strategy team if he keeps drinking his own wine.
Oh, for sure.
I
Still make better choices than the current team.
I think Dan has a good chance of choosing where he goes because now he's the best available.
That's true too.
So
Although
you
he
reckon-
hasn't had a good run at McLaren, I think
I blame
now
the car.
he's definitely the best driver that's available.
So you're saying he's definitely got more than one opportunity then?
I think so. I
believe that.
think if the deals that aren't done, he's probably now at the top of everyone's list. So I'm not sure about Lawson making the step up next year. I think it'll probably still be Sonoda there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are we doing? So what's happening now with the Russian GP? No more?
Gone.
No more Russian GP. Gone.
Never coming back.
Yeah, that's been. Yeah.
What would you
I
replace
mean-
it with?
Well, should we do the
Herbert
other topic?
Supering.
I reckon we should
Yeah.
do that one.
All right. So apparently this could be the last one at the last Grand Prix at Spa for a while, from what
Because they've
I've
run out of contract, haven't they?
Yeah, and because you've got Miami, Las Vegas, Coda, Indianapolis, probably about 14 other tracks in America that are going to sprout up. So you've got no room for anywhere else. So some of these tracks will disappear off the calendar. But
You get rid of the most iconic one, Spa.
yeah, what we've done is make a list of our circuits that we think we must have on the calendar.
Oh yeah.
These should definitely be there every year, no question, and then we work around like the rest of the calendar. I've done a list of 5. I think Buvy's done a list of 5.
I've got
a
more
list
than
of
5.
here.
Matt's done a list in his head that probably won't work. But-
I got good ideas, actually.
So Anyway, my first one on the list, which will be a controversial one, but I don't give a fuck, is Monaco. And
Nah, that's what I said. Yep.
I know
Pick
the
Monaco.
racing is shit there, but it's been there since day one.
You have to
Harper's
keep
back.
Monaco.
It's got the
No,
history and
Monaco
that.
stays. No, Monaco stays.
It's stupid, but it works.
So we're all agreed Monaco.
Monaco
Keep
stays.
Monaco in.
Big
Lock
tick.
it in.
All right. Buvy,
Okay.
what was your top of the list?
Currently, I'd say Albert Park. Keep the
Ooh.
Aussie race. Keep the Aussie
Yep.
race.
Is that as and thinking as an Aussie, or is that
Now have it the first race, like old times.
Because-
Technically we were the last race, but yeah. I'm thinking as an Aussie, but you got to have somewhere like you get rid of the far away stages first. So Australia, Albert Park, first race of the year, and then you work back towards Europe. So you keep,
I put Melbourne down as one of the niceties.
you put
Like it would
niceties.
be nice to have that in the calendar each year,
Okay.
but
No,
I
you
didn't
gotta
have
have
it as
Albert
one of my five.
No, I'll have it in the
Oh.
top. I'd have it
Okay.
there.
All right, we'll put that. Buvy. Matthew,
I will take Singapore
why?
because it's a good track. It's whack. Look, it's better than my other ones were essentially just to keep money in the F1.
No, we're not worrying about.
Money you don't
Then
have to worry about.
I'd keep Singapore. It's a nice looking track.
Okay, that's your opinion.
But the problem is you can't have Singapore like after Melbourne. You have to have it like,
The
You
other
have
end
to
of the
mix it up,
season.
yeah.
the other end.
Yeah, we've got Sebastian's leaving the series, so that was his best track.
So we can have.
But there's no reason to have Singapore anymore now.
Oh, so we're getting rid of it.
No,
because-
no, Seb, don't need Singapore.
Don't
So
need
is
Singapore anymore.
Dan- I say we have to you have to have one track for each nationality, except maybe Canada. No one.
Well,
needs
who's
Canada.
Singaporean?
Don't use the logic back against me.
You failed
your
on your
logic-
first.
You failed in your own logic, Matt.
You can
All
have their extra ones, bonus tracks.
Bonus
Okay.
tracks. Well, if 20 drivers, 20 rounds. The maths adds
Do
up.
that.
Yeah.
Well, if you have
okay,
two Australians,
What else have
does
you
that
got?
mean you get another track?
yeah, well, you either do a double header at Albert Park or,
What?
Eastern Creeks steps up or something. The
bend.
bend. Yeah. Okay, my second one, Monza.
Yeah.
Yep.
Once again, because it's Monza.
You keep Monza. You keep Monza.
It's been there from day one. It's Monza.
Yeah, exactly. My next
So-
one would be Silverstone. You cannot get rid of Silverstone.
That was third on my list.
You can't get rid of Silverstone. Silverstone is iconic. The first race was there. Adelaide into the mix again. Oh no, we can't bring it back. Yeah, definitely
can.
Silverstone. Hampton Downs. Oh, jeez, I remember the racing there.
New Zealand really lacks anywhere to properly have a Formula One race,
Maybe they
doesn't
could
it?
clean up their act too.
What, New Zealand?
Yeah,
They need to get a driver.
Yeah.
that's
Oh, they
true.
had one.
Yeah.
They had one, but he didn't last too long.
What, Bruce McLaren?
No, Hatley. Recently.
Oh, Hartley, yes. That's right. I'd forgotten about Brendan. Yeah. He got a bit shafted, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Who did he get shafted for? Did Albon come in then or something? Was it Albon or was it somebody else?
No,
that came
because
to
that
Albon's
was after. That was when Albon was at Red Bull, I think.
Oh, okay.
But when they had no juniors and they got rid of who they shafted themselves when
Yeah,
Dan
basically.
left. Yeah. It was when Dan left and all of a sudden they went, oh, we got no one.
We got nobody else
So-
to back up Max or whatever. Yep.
Yeah, there we go. You got Lawson coming through if he makes it. Matthew,
This is in the future, but I think we're going to need to keep the Los Angeles F1 track. I can sense
What
that
about
being ridiculous.
Los Angeles.
what about Las
I
Vegas?
mean, Las Vegas.
I was about to say, okay, when was the LA? There was a Long Beach track. They used to race at Long Beach, but not.
Bring back Long Beach.
Bring back
Long Beach.
I sense that's going to be ridiculous. I sense it's going to be more ridiculous than Miami was.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it depends on the DJ Khaled kind of presence in there.
I think it will be
Vegas.
even more ridiculous than the Miami like fake water and fans and then celebrities that have no idea who's there.
Yeah, because it's Vegas.
Oh, there'll be a lot of that. Yeah,
there'll be. I reckon there'll be Martin Brundle highlight quality.
See, the thing is, I now know who DJ Khaled is, and I know who Megan the Stallion is. You know,
and you're not better for it, are you?
Definitely not. I've got no idea what they actually do. I think they make noise that people buy on iTunes and stuff.
DJ Khaled just says his name on every track.
Okay.
Yeah, and just remixes other people's songs.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I've probably heard some of their stuff playing on the radio and been like, what the?
There we go. AP Grand Prix has given us some details on Hartley.
Here we go. We've got a new fact checker tonight.
That's good. Well, I'm talking. I can't talk and fact check at the same time, can I?
Well, you've got multiple monitors. You should be able to,
I definitely can't do this, but yeah, the people in IT should be able to.
So is the Las Vegas track staying, or is it been kicked out already?
I don't know. Let's see how they race first.
After saying you put Singapore up there with Monaco, Monza, Silverstone.
I like all the street tracks. They're wacky and fun.
No, the next one on my list that no one's mentioned yet. You've named this imaginary Las Vegas track so far, and you haven't mentioned Spa.
You got to keep Spa.
Yeah, that was fourth on my list.
You got to keep.
Didn't
Spa.
even appear on my in. I assumed that it was out because that's why we made these lists.
No, this is the whole idea that Spa.
Oh, we are keeping Spa in because it's been kicked out.
Yeah,
yeah.
This is the idea of the list. That the tracks that we think should definitely be in the F1 calendar every year, regardless of crazy Las Vegas races coming in.
Exactly. I want to see a track come back.
Which one?
Buvy?
Turkey.
Now, once
there's
again,
no bias there. There's no bias.
Once again, Buvy, you being a Turkish Australian, you've picked the Australian track and now the Turkish track.
No, but
I would like to pick a Ukrainian track.
You can, but there's no track there.
We will make one.
But the thing is, though, with Turkey, it's all about that one. It's all about the 5, 6, 7, 8 corner, the quadruple apex corner.
Turkey was actually a good track, and it actually had some good racing over the years as well. Even
especially in
the period where we had boring racing.
Yeah, but it was always
actually had
track.
some fairly decent.
There was actually overtaking. They actually did. They could actually overtake there. The old Hockenheim. Oh yes.
We would love to see that back. Yeah, the new
Not the new one.
It's funny though. The new one has actually produced probably better racing than the old one.
Yeah, but the old one was just ridiculous. The speed.
That was it. Yeah, it was something different. Whereas the problem, there's a lot of that. One thing that they have done recently, when you bring in Singapore and Baku and Miami and things like that, there is actually a bit of difference between the circuits.
Yeah.
Because when we had Korea, China, Malaysia, I'm trying to think, India, Turkey, Turkey was different, but it still very much felt like a lot of those other circuits. I don't even remember playing the Formula 1 game, and sometimes you'd forget which circuit, kind of, because they just felt so similar. Even Bahrain and Abu Dhabi kind of thing. They're just, I don't know, flat, lifeless.
I thought that was
boring.
The same track.
Which ones?
Abu Dhabi.
All of them.
All of them.
Well, you keep calling Las Vegas Los Angeles, so.
Look, that's probably going to be the same track anyway.
Probably.
If they ever have one.
Yeah.
Will they have an LA Grand Prix as well?
Probably. Who knows? Give it enough time and enough money, there probably would be.
They're getting
And
a
then
bit
they'll
carried
become
away
an
with America.
American F1 league. It's just
Nah.
20,
Or
20
next thing you know,
races
they'll
around
race at
America.
Laguna Seca.
Ooh,
Please, no.
that would be
Because
cool.
F1 would butcher it.
Yeah.
What? Going down the corkscrew?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was going to say, how would they get
that's
down
the problem.
corkscrew?
That's the
They
problem. Yeah, the
would-
corkscrew's the
yeah.
problem.
Yeah, I don't. The drop on the corkscrew is probably not too bad for an F1 car, but they'd want to make
Really?
it wider and all of that
Yeah,
kind of
that's
stuff.
the problem. They have to make it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the problem.
Hmm.
What else did I have here? There is another track. They only raced there twice during the main COVID years. But I want to see the Portugal track come back in Portimao.
Oh
That
yeah,
was
yeah,
a
yeah.
good track.
Yeah, I was going to say Estoril.
Estoril, that's Estoril?
Oh, yeah. No, the Estoril was an old track.
Estoril was the old track, but the Portimao track, that was a great. That was like when they did
Yeah.
the racing there. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was actually pretty good. Yeah.
Like there's opportunities to overtake. It's wide enough. It's got plenty of runoff. No issues with it whatsoever. And it just the racing there looked awesome, and there was a lot of elevation change as well.
Would you though pick Portimao over my fifth one,
Which is
Suzuka?
Oh,
no,
no.
Suzuka.
Suzuka.
Nah, you got to have the Japan one.
See, that's what I mean. Like, if you had a core of like 5 races that you were kind of untouchable,
Yeah,
that's where it gets really hard.
it does.
Hmm.
It's almost like you could almost stretch that core out to 10. Almost.
I started to, but then I was, because I also listed Canada, Hungary, Brazil, and Melbourne.
Oh, they're
All
not
good
bad,
tracks.
actually.
All good tracks.
Yeah,
All
and
good tracks.
it's funny
Interlagos
because
is awesome.
yeah,
Interlagos,
And-
the amount of craziness that's happened there over the years. Add a bit of weather.
that's the thing. And so some of those are typical. Like you get a bit of spicy weather in there,
Like
and it totally.
what's going to happen this weekend with Spa. Although I've checked the weather report again. I've checked the weather report again this
Is it
week.
rainy?
Friday, Saturday, rain. Sunday, partly cloudy.
At least I mean, that was a difficult race to watch last year.
Yeah,
Our
2
Ferraris
laps.
will be putting hards on.
Hards? Super
Yeah.
hards?
They'll put the super hards on, yes. Exactly.
They'll get
Try
those
to-
The ones made out
orange
of concrete.
filming tires. Yeah,
Yeah.
the ones that
solid
you
concrete
use
ones.
on the filming day. Yeah,
Well, they last the longest, Dave, so they won't even need to do a pit.
Ooh, what do you think?
Oh, Mount Fuji.
Mount Fuji. That was a good track.
I much preferred the original layout on that though.
Yeah,
Before
not the,
Formula One butchered it.
usually. Bathurst, but F1.
Yeah,
No, it's not that It's not that
Lee's
F1's
right.
Yeah.
too scared to drive there. It's the fact that
they will butcher
They will-
it for safety reasons.
exactly they got to
What
have
else would
runoff.
you have to, besides you need more runoffs. I
But
take
technically,
it.
wouldn't it be a street circuit? Bathurst is technically a street circuit.
Yeah, I think
So-
the F1 would probably want bigger runoffs, so especially like say Hell Corner and things like that.
No, yeah, they would butcher it there.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't accept the way those
No,
corners are.
exactly.
So yeah. All right, so that was
pretty good.
we're all clear on that.
So we've
Now-
sorted it out.
Who's going to win
Yeah. This weekend,
Well,
this weekend?
Max Verstappen.
as I said before, Dave, no one's won it 2 in a row.
Well,
Yeah, I read that. Nobody's won it 2 in a row.
what other
Max-
records are made to be broken?
True.
Although technically, I did find a fun fact the other day too. So whoever's won the first Grand Prix of the year since 2017 has finished second in the championship.
So who won the first race?
Leclerc.
Charles, wasn't it?
Leclerc. Charles won it. So I guarantee you he's now put himself into second place in the championship. And where is he?
Second.
Second.
Yeah.
And Hamilton did it
You
last
don't-
year.
You don't reckon that Red Bull are going to do a 1-2 by the end of the year?
Nah.
No.
Sergio won't do it. No way.
Yeah, Perez he's a fair way behind, isn't he?
He is. I think he's third in the
Let's look up
championship.
F1 points. I don't think is he even third?
I think he's
Oh
third.
yeah,
or
he's
fourth.
third.
He's third.
Yeah, he's third. He's
But the
actually
way-
only five points behind Charlie.
Ooh, we've
Yeah,
got
that's what I
Lee's
mean. Like
prediction.
if Ferrari keep doing Ferrari things,
There could be it could be a 1-2.
They've got
I
to
reckon
stop, don't
Red
they?
Bull could go 1-2, and then Mr.
Like-
44 could come.
Wait a second. George Russell is ahead of Carlos Sainz in the
he?
championship. That
Has
is
he
how
scored that many
bad
points? Oh wow!
Ferrari is doing. George is he's only 20 points behind Charles.
Oh wow!
They could, and
They could
Lewis
finish
is only
second.
12 behind George.
I reckon Mercedes will come second in the constructors.
The way it's going, yeah, they've
I
got a
reckon
better car now.
Ferrari will do Ferrari things and put on super solid tires.
Yep,
Oh, they'll like put slicks on it as it starts to rain or something dumb.
exactly. Or
Yeah, you just see it happening.
they'll qualify on the medium tire.
I'd like to see Russell win a race, and I'd
Well,
like
they
to
came
see
close
Lewis
last-
not be on a podium at the same time.
I suspect Lewis is going to get a win very soon.
Oh, what's that?
You reckon before
Okay.
Mr. Russell?
Check out
Yeah, I think
Snow
so.
tires.
snow
They're
tires.
gonna have the little metal things around them and make the chinky chinky noise when they drive around
No, the one with the studs
and
in it.
spark it up.
No, the one with the studs. Ice tires have got the studs in them.
So who did we go for the wins? I reckon Maxwell.
I reckon
the way it's
Max,
been going, it'll be Max.
Max, Russell, and
I reckon Checo. Just do it that way.
I feel like Hamilton's probably going to finish on the podium.
You reckon?
I reckon he's going to start getting more podiums now.
So you're going Max, Russell, Checo. Matthew.
Or,
No, that's
I'm
me.
going Max, Russell. Now we'll go Max, Russell, Lewis. I don't want to.
Lewis.
Oh, Dave, you've got a Max. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Lewis Russell. I'm going to go Max, Charlie, and Carlos.
Oh,
Ooh, that's
playing it
different.
safe, I see, Dave.
I like to live dangerously. Hey, a stopped clock is right twice a day.
That's true.
That's true.
Here we go.
Ooh.
Who are you going for, Buvy?
I hate to say it, Max.
Why do you hate to say it?
Oh, Max is it's going to eventually become. We're going to eventually say, oh, Max is winning again for the next couple of years.
Yeah.
But
But
Max,
it's going to
That's
be
good though.
it's
yeah,
better
it's
than
going to be
Hamilton.
great when he starts knocking off Hamilton's records.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Have we got
And
Max?
then Hamilton retires.
Let's go Russell for finishing second. And I'm going to put a wild card out there. Let's put Lando for third.
Lando's going to get a podium.
I reckon Lando's going to get a podium.
I don't think Lando's
Okay.
going to get any more podiums.
I've actually written these down this week, so
Okay.
unless I
So-
lose that bit of paper, we can actually see how we did.
You'll have
Or we
lost
can
that
watch-
paper 20 minutes in, Dave.
So
Probably.
wait a second. Let's
You
do
will
a
use
time
it as a
check.
napkin.
So
I'll throw it out with all the
oh my god, we did these
other
predictions
notes
at
and
the
stuff all over
44th
the
minute.
desk. We
Oh.
haven't gone off the rails really yet tonight. Then
No, we haven't.
It's all
We've done-
Rob's fault. I've been trying to keep this show together. I've always been trying to keep the show together.
So is Rob the one that does it?
Oh, wait, Jared's got Max Perez, Dan. Dan's going to start...
Dan's going to start getting some podiums now. He's going to
Yep.
say, "This is what you guys have
And
lost now for
imagine
firing
if
me."
he did though.
That'd be
That'd be
awesome.
the best thing ever.
That would be the biggest. That would be the biggest FU.
Yeah,
I
and then
would love it
announces
if
that he's going to back to Red Bull.
I would love to see him win a race and then just the last race or something, him win it, just to remind them, that both their last 2 victories have come from him, and you sacked him.
The super softs are holding up tonight.
So
yeah, I'm
we're-
just hoping.
Sorry, Buvy, what was that?
I was going to say, with the, like you said, we're going to get wet FP1, wet FP2, most likely wet FP3 and a wet qualifying, and then we get a dry race. So that's going to make it really interesting.
So that could also mix up the grid a bit.
That's what I'm thinking too. So that could mix it up to a point where you might have some of the guys. Who knows what will happen?
The Mercedes was very competitive in the wet in Hungary.
Yeah, they were actually pretty good there.
They were too. I saw the ad before where Foxtel was really going on about Lewis Hamilton. He just knows how to.
Oh, you mean Sky
yeah,
Sports?
he knows how to drive. That's what Sky keeps saying.
There's less plastic. That's true, isn't it?
Rob's the man that holds us back.
That's it.
That's it.
He's our McLaren. It's not us. It's the Rob McLaren.
Oh, wait a second. I might as well get that photo up since we're talking about Rob. Rob has a bit of a, as I'm not sure most people know, not a hard on, but he likes eccentric cars. He says he was trying to find a car the other day that's rear-wheel drive, almost like a hatch wagon, and Toyota have brought out this concept. I wonder what people think.
A concept? Oh, so it's not even a...
No, this is a concept car. What would you guys think about an 86 shooting
I thought it was
brake?
just a Photoshop.
No, it's actually a built car. They've actually got photos of it.
I mean, I think it's junk, but...
Yeah. I don't know. What does everybody else think?
It looks like they've sort of copied, what is it, the Alfa Romeo, what is it, like the 147?
Yeah.
And then
it does look very like that at the back.
Yep. And then,
you know what it reminds me of, Dave? The old Tracing Point. They've gone, we need to make a car. I'm going to hand it something real quickly. Quick. You can copy me, but don't make it look obvious. Thanks, Alfa Romeo.
Oh, okay. So we've got 2 people saying not bad, but Jared's saying I don't mind it.
Well,
there we go.
And there's the convertible version.
Oh, God.
That's disgusting. Oh, God, my eyes are bleeding.
Lee's on point with that. Does look like a Velociter.
Yeah. You just need the odd doors.
You need the odd doors, yeah.
It looks like a Wish Alfa Romeo, which is a...
Yeah, true. Welcome anything in rear-wheel drive. That's the good thing about it.
Yeah, but you can get something better that's rear-wheel drive.
Oh,
bad.
Okay. Dave, do you want to honour the 5-second penalty for the convertible? I'll be...
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. I'll talk to you guys in 5.
We'll be so honest.
Do we just take him off like that?
Yep. He's just
gone. Look at that.
Get rid of that convertible. That was disgusting.
Yeah.
It was like a weird beetle.
Yeah, no, it was weird, wasn't it, that convertible? It didn't look
Has
like...
the Beetle been made? Or is that still also a...
No, I think they've stopped making the Beetle.
No, that convertible.
No. These are 2 concept cars that they've designed.
Oh, so they're not even... They're not appearing anywhere.
No. At the moment, no.
I can imagine if I saw that convertible one, I might crash.
Sounds about right. I don't hate headdresses.
Isn't that what the Audi TT was for?
No, that was the MX-5 and the MX-5.
And the MX-5 was slightly better.
Yeah, not by much.
So there we go.
Yep, he deserves that. Yep.
Much better.
No, the thing is, though, as soon as you say Mazda, you know how he's going to be.
Mazda number 1.
Yeah.
Mazda number 1.
Stand by that.
My Mazda was pretty good.
Oh, your MPS was good. Your MPS was good.
Yeah.
Everyone that's owned a Mazda knows a Mazda is great.
Yeah. And I was very happy with customer service, the dealership and all that as well. Yeah.
They're a lot better than, say, some other car companies.
Yeah.
How's your car going, Dave?
Yeah, it's fine now.
That's good to hear.
I made
Jared.
someone
can we put
at the
Jared
dealership ended up in tears.
Oh, really? Wow.
Anyway,
All right. Well, that's an off-screen topic.
yeah,
That's an
offline
off-screen.
chats on that one.
Offline
Yeah.
chat on that one for sure.
Can we put Jared in some sort of bin?
Timeout.
Yeah. Can you do?
I was going to say he's already in Tasmania, so job's
I
done.
can put user in timeout.
Oh, can you?
Just give him a track limits warning.
Yeah, he's got a warning. Yeah,
He's got a
He's got a
warning.
warning.
yeah.
Okay.
We've covered most of the F1 stuff for the week, I think.
Yep.
I think we've done pretty
IndyCar
well.
review. We've got the IndyCar review, which is mainly you, Dave.
Yeah, it's not as much fun without Rob because you guys don't really follow it.
No, I know as much. All I can say is go willpower.
Yeah, he's still leading the championship, which is looking good.
That's all right. As long as we get
Didn't he just break the record on the weekend, during the week of like most podiums ever?
Pole positions.
Poles.
He
Okay.
equaled Mario Andretti.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
See, I did pay
Okay.
attention to the Indy, Dave.
That's good.
Yeah. So which
Where are they racing this week? I know it's Gateway. Where's that?
The next one's Portland. Is
Portland.
next
Oh,
race.
that was actually not a
which
bad track.
is next weekend, I think.
Oh, it's
not
next
this
weekend. It's
weekend.
not this weekend. Okay.
Yeah. I
So
think
they're
we
on a
got
summer break as well.
only for a week.
That's
They
a
did just
normal
have
break.
3 weekends in a row.
Oh no,
So,
they had to work
yeah.
three weekends in a row, Dave.
Yeah. They have a very compressed calendar. So they go from March through to September.
Wait, is it on an oval? Is Portland on an oval track?
No, the Gateway was an oval, the last round. So, or it's now Worldwide Technology Raceway or something like that.
Okay. What sort of
New
oval was it?
sponsors.
Just a normal oval, super speedway oval?
Short oval.
Oval?
So I think 1.5 mile. But
Okay.
Gateway's a little bit different because I think turn 1 and 2 are very tight
Then
radius,
3
and
and 4
then 3 and 4 are very wide radius.
Oh,
so
it's almost, I know what you mean. It is,
it's a bit more.
It's not a proper oval. It's a different oval.
Yeah.
It's not like the. Okay.
Yeah, like you. Yeah.
Michael
okay,
asks, is it a square?
Like,
I
it's
also
not a
want to
square.
know, is it some sort of square?
like that. No.
It's not a square. Matt.
Indianapolis is a lot more kind of squared off.
That's super speed. Isn't that super speedway more? Indianapolis
Yeah.
or Daytona?
But Indy's very flat, and
Okay.
it's got kind of 4 distinct corners. Whereas like your Daytona has a lot more banking and is more continuous.
Okay.
Like I think Daytona, they still call it like turn 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay.
But it's more a continual, and like Michigan is like that as well.
Okay.
We got a lot higher. It's not as high as Daytona, but has higher banking. Whereas
They've never raced at Bristol, have they?
not IndyCar.
Okay. Only NASCAR.
They did go in. Well, they do race at Texas now.
Okay.
But when the Champ cars first went to Texas, because it is quite steep banking there, and the drivers started blacking out because the G-forces were too strong in the corners.
Oh wow.
How strong is the G-forces around the corner?
I can't read, but I think they were like running at sustained like 30G or something like that.
Holy crap.
What?
Yeah, it was.
I thought you were going to say like 8 or 9, and I was like, that's,
No, I
You
think it
could
was.
still black out at that.
Yeah,
Too.
someone
but
could
like-
probably fact check it, but it was pretty high, and there were some drivers like they got out of the cars and they kind of forgot where they were and things like that.
Jeez.
Yeah, so they ended up cancelling the race
I believe
on
that
the
you would with
weekend.
that.
Yeah,
That'd be nuts.
so yeah, it was pretty. But they do race there now because the
They got the limiters now.
Well, these cars
Euro limiters?
they don't go as fast,
Okay.
so they don't have as much downforce than that. Whereas back then, because you had the different chassis manufacturers and that, you couldn't control it as much.
Okay.
So there had been, I think some guys they went and did testing there and they were cruising around at like 220 mile an hour. And yeah, everything's cool. And then they turned them up when they were obviously there for the proper race weekend and doing like 240 mile an hour. And it was a whole different ball game then. So yeah. It was sad weekend where you didn't get to watch any racing.
Yeah,
that one. I remember that back in the old days. That was, I think, very early 2000s.
Okay.
So even the internet, you weren't getting the kind of information as quickly as
today.
Yeah. Like today, it'd be all over Bookface and that. But yeah,
Bookface, Instagram,
Instabook and
Instabook, and the tweets.
Where I get all my news.
Yep.
The tweets. Where you find out about F1 driver contracts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because everyone on there knows everything about all the details.
Of course.
So, everyone on Twitter is an expert at everything, Dave, as I found out.
I will be honest, I do not Twitter.
I look at it every so often. And
you look at it and that's it. You look at it, you read some comments, and then you back away. That's the best way to describe
Twitter. If I go
Twitter.
on there, I lose brain cells, and then
I thought that was Reddit post.
How to get off Twitter.
I don't do Reddit either.
Drivers must feel it's the 30 Gs. You read Twitter for a bit and you forget where you are. You get dizzy and you black out and you're like, what happened?
I did sign up a Supercars Talk Twitter account, but yeah, I didn't know what I was doing. So it's
you know what you should do, Dave?
I don't even know what the password is.
You should have 4 tweets that say breaking news, Dan Ricciardo joins, Haas, Alpine, Alpha Centauri, and Williams, and just have them ready to go.
Ready to go, and then you go bang.
Yeah.
Or just post them all.
Yeah.
And then you can then show the screenshot of, I called this on 25th of August.
Do all 10 teams, Dave, and add some new teams. Yeah. Add old teams. Add Minardi and Lotus. Just
put in like Ganassi and things like that as well. IndyCar, random IndyCar teams.
Yeah, Penske. Just tell him that,
Nah, Twitter comments are a lot worse than YouTube comments.
Yeah. I mean,
it depends. I think it depends on the videos though as well. Like I'd have to admit, like my videos and comments are very good and very on topic. But yeah, some
people get some random crap.
Some stuff, yeah, and it really, even on YouTube, it goes massively off the rails.
More so than because talking?
Oh yeah.
Oh, these people are abusing each other and all sorts of.
All because they don't agree with each other's comments.
Can we abuse each other on this? I didn't. Oh, next week I'm going to rip into Rob then.
You can rip into Rob.
Was a thing. I was just being polite to you guys.
You can rip into Rob next week for saying I had to talk to Buvy for 2 weeks.
We've been talking to you for longer than 2 weeks.
I know that. That's a different story. I'm talking about as in a chat forum like this.
Wait until I take a week off.
Oh jeez, it'll be us. Oh my god! I can see it now. Who's going to control everything?
You know what we're going to do? When Dave's away, we're all going to play Mario Kart. It's just going to be 1 hour of Mario Kart.
Don't rip into Rob. No, it's all good fun, Jared.
We'll rip into Rob later.
Yeah.
if he ever turned up, don't even know why he's on the payroll, Dave. Can't even show up to work. One job.
That's a roasted joke.
I can only imagine.
Oh shit.
I say for Dave's next video, we all just get into a YouTube war on how to cook chicken.
No, it has to be fried.
I say 220 at 2 hours.
As long as you like and subscribe.
Of course.
220 is far too hot for a chicken.
Shut up, Dave. You know nothing. See, we've already started.
Now we go off the rails.
Everything on 180.
Oh, yeah.
The universal temperature.
Nah, some stuff you have to go higher.
Yeah, pizza.
Yes.
Especially when you put the pineapples on it, Dave. The pineapples want to be at 200 degrees.
What I quite like, I don't want to do too many spoilers here, but I did ask Pineapple on Pizza in my interviews on the weekend, and I was pretty happy with the results.
Okay.
Yeah. I was very disappointed. The first question I asked everyone, very
Android.
disappointing.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Were they all apples?
Very disappointing.
Okay,
but
fair enough.
We got back on the rails with the final question.
Oh, that's good.
So, yeah, it ended on a high.
Well, Dave.
Yeah.
Coming off the rails early.
It started low and, yeah, ended high.
Finished on a high note. That's all good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good work.
Nice.
Yeah, see, Jared,
So we actually...
9 p.m.
200 degrees. Yeah, well, we've done quite well today, I think.
Yeah, we actually have. 9 p.m.
See, we've done well. 1 hour.
I think we've covered everything off. A perfect hour.
Good
hour.
Do we
just call it here?
I don't know. I don't know. I had another comment saying if there's besides the people here, are there any other my comment about other motorsport / car YouTube channels that we watch or follow?
Oh,
that
okay.
That could be for everybody, including the guys guys listening as well.
Matt, what other car / motorsport YouTube channels do you watch?
I don't know if it's a motorsport one, but the Donut Media one's always good.
Yeah, that counts as car.
Yeah, they do a lot of car motorsport.
They do motorsport too. They do a lot of stuff.
They're professionally off the rails.
Oh yeah, they do everything. That's how they do it. They do it more for an entertainment thing rather than actual factual.
Much
they
like
do have facts.
I never check my facts. Like the Los Angeles F1 track, which
yes.
don't tell anyone,
but that's
Las
Vegas
2025.
So it doesn't actually exist?
No, not yet.
Or is that breaking news?
That's breaking news.
Matt's got breaking news.
Put it on Twitter now, Dave. You look like a genius.
Yeah. So I'm just actually having a look at my subscription list here.
Would you call Top Gear a YouTube channel? Also, new Top Gear's is trash. I think we can all agree.
It's ridiculous.
What's Sarah and Tuned?
I think we're going to have to start taking notes.
I've never heard of this one.
The Goon Squad Brothers.
I have. Do you guys watch Drive Tribe?
Yeah.
Yes.
Drive
Tribe's good.
Yeah.
I watch Drive Tribe. The F1. I watch that channel as well.
Yeah.
They're pretty good.
Does Mighty Car Mods count as a?
Yeah, it is cars.
It's cars.
I've actually got back into Mighty Car Mods a little bit more recently again, as kind of light entertainment.
Michael's right. New Top Gear shit.
Oh yeah,
I like that.
Is this the one with the cricketer and that?
Yep.
I don't mind Chris and the cricketer.
Chris and the cricketer are fine. It's the other guy.
It's the other idiot.
Chris Harris.
No.
Yeah, Chris Harris is good.
Yeah, Chris Harris is great, brilliant. Like, I've seen some of his stuff on YouTube.
Yeah, his pre-Top Gear stuff's awesome.
But the other guy, he's the new shouty outy guy.
He is.
Yeah.
What's his name? Paddy can't drive.
Paddy McGuinness.
Yeah, just
is it supposed to be a comedian,
cricketer or something?
No, comedian.
Freddie Flintoff's the cricketer.
Freddie Flintoff's Andrew Flintoff.
I watch Bad Obsession Motorsport.
Oh, that's
I really like their stuff.
Especially when the Project Binky.
Yeah. The van and that are a bit.
The escargot. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Josh Ravel as well. His Formula One stuff's really good.
Who have I got? I got a couple of Americans. Cletus McFarlane.
Yeah.
Taylor Ray, this amateur drift guy in the US, he's actually not too bad. Shows a lot of his technical work in that. He's actually pretty good. There's a mechanic that I watched called the Car Wizard. He's based in Kansas.
What was that old British show where the guys bought the car and then the other mechanic fixed
Wheeler
it up?
Dealers.
Wheeler Dealers. That was so dumb, but I loved it.
Oh no, he had Ed there, the 6'7". You had the 6'7" guy working on these tiny cars, and it was
Oh, don't, Michael. Why do you have to bring up such painful memories of
no,
Australian Top Gear?
no. The new American Top Gear is probably worse. I've seen a few. I've seen season 1 of that, and that was even worse. Not
Was
when
the
they had.
Australian Dave and Buvy, you might remember when we went and saw Top Gear.
They had the
in
guys
Sydney,
there from Australian.
They had the Australian guys, didn't they?
Yeah, the second time I think.
It
The
wasn't
second
all
time
of them though.
I think they
It
had
was
Shane
only-
and
come
Steve.
down.
It was only Steve Pizzetti or whatever, wasn't it?
I thought Shane was there too.
Yeah, I saw Kenny was there.
Was he?
Yeah,
I was going to
Yeah.
say.
I
thought
think
it was
Hammond
only.
or May couldn't make it, but
Hammond
Jeremy was.
didn't make it down.
But there was James and May.
Hmm.
James and Jeremy were there.
Yeah, Clarkson definitely came down because he's the face of
He
Top
came
Gear.
down for both.
Yeah.
Both times we went.
Well, Hammond came down for the second one. It was the first one that he didn't come down
Yeah,
for.
first one didn't come down. We had May for that thing. James May came for that one. Let's see what else have I got here. The Skid Factory, Aussie stuff.
Are there any other Top Gears that are besides America and Australia?
They've made them all over the world. Like there's probably been similar Top Gear like programs.
Like Fifth Gear, is that still going?
Probably.
Fifth
I don't
Gear.
know
Yeah, I think they did. I think Fifth Gear they stopped for a bit, then they started it back up again.
I couldn't even tell you the host on Fifth Gear.
You had Tiv.
What, Tiff?
Tiff. You had
What's her name?
what was her name?
She was good and Tiff was okay, and then you just had random
You had
idiots.
Tom Ford. Then you had Tom Ford, who's actually on the current Top Gear America.
Oh,
And they had somebody else. There was another guy, and I can't remember his name either.
I'm just fact checking it.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I also have a question, Dave, mainly for you because I think you'd play it. Do you play F1 Manager?
No.
It came out a couple of days ago.
Yeah, I would kind of like to give something like that a go, because Ferrari strategy and all that could do a better job.
True.
Exactly. You run the 2022 season with a proper strategy, you might actually win. Vicky Henderson, beautiful.
That's right.
Trying to find the time for something like that.
Yeah, those management games look like they're very time consuming.
Yeah,
they would have to be. They would be.
Yeah,
because I don't know. I think what was it, Gran Turismo 4 that had the management mode when you did the 24-hour racing?
Yeah.
Oh wow!
But you had to let it go in like real time.
Yeah, I remember a friend of ours played it over in New Zealand for 24 hours and broke my PlayStation doing it. And then he gave me a PSP in compensation and then lost it. Oh, Jared, have you started? What team are you using in F1 Manager, Jared? We need to know the details.
Yeah. Oh, okay. We've actually got a serious question coming up.
Oh.
Good question.
What about Mr. Power?
Currently, he's probably the closest one.
That's actually good. That's a very good point there. I totally forgot about that one. Yeah. Will Power's going to win the IndyCar Championship this year?
Oh, yeah, I think so. The way it's going.
I see Jared's playing on easy mode.
Red Bull, of course.
Jared, you got to step up and play as Williams.
No. Or maybe one of the other midfield teams.
No,
you play as Aston Martin. No, you play Aston Martin.
Dixon's not going to win the championship.
Nah.
Sorry. Just looking up the points because he probably will.
Or a championship?
This is IndyCar Championship that
I would
Dixon's
say Power.
part of. Yeah, I've just there's something Power's year's been so good.
Has he been very consistent?
Yeah.
He's been up there in the points, yeah?
Yeah, and normally things that would derail him just haven't this year.
Okay, so he hasn't had the freakish DNFs or anything like that.
Yeah, and then when he's had trouble on the first lap and been last and stuff, he's cruised back through and got to the podium and things.
Oh, okay, so he's had luck on his side this year.
Um,
Well, he just hasn't let things kind of derail him.
So I think he's maybe finally matured enough to say, all right, fine, I've stuffed up.
Yeah.
I've stuffed up, and okay, let's get on with it.
Yeah. But just having a look, Dixon is only 14 points behind.
How many get
Oh,
points you get for a win, Dave?
so that would be Australasia 1-2 then.
51.
So he's not even a win behind.
No, he's very close. And yeah, Dixon.
Oh, yeah, that's one thing I forgot to talk about. Kimi going to NASCAR. That'd be interesting.
I saw he got taken out.
Did he? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, that was a short report. Good
that was
work,
a short
guys.
report. We done well there.
Yeah. That's all. I just saw the crash, and I thought it was going to be something spectacular, but
No.
see you, Michael.
See you, Michael.
Hey, Michael.
Have fun at work tomorrow.
Oh, see, no, Jared, that's in hard mode.
Yeah.
Well, it's easy if you've got a proper strategist.
I know exactly. You'd probably, like I said, Jared, your
think
strategy
Jared's
would be a
using
lot
it as
better
a
than the
job
current.
interview.
Yeah.
If Jared wins in Ferrari, he sends it off to Ferrari and they hire him for 2023.
Exactly.
Like that line in In-Betweeners. And it's like, mate, I took Woking from the whatever to the Champions League in 3 seasons. And I only remember that because Woking is where McLaren is.
Okay, fair enough. Is Rally Championship still a thing? Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah, they still have the World Rally Championship, and yeah.
Is it on Stan? Or is it on Paramount?
Could be
That's
on
a
Stan.
good question.
Because like I said,
Eventually, I don't have Paramount. I don't think anybody
has. I don't think anybody has Paramount unless
we
some
did
sicko
the 30-day trial on it.
Why?
Any good or not really?
What did you need 30 days to work out you didn't need it?
We did actually end up watching something on it.
The one thing.
Yeah.
South Park?
It was like one show that was
it was only
I
on
can't even
Paramount.
remember what it was. Yeah. Because we had it. WRC is on Stan.
Okay, so you could watch it if you wanted it to.
I will watch it, Dave, and we can discuss it next week.
That means
Is there
I've
a
got
rally
to watch
coming
it.
up? Is there a rally coming up? Any other?
Oh, Buvy, I don't know these things. I just know that I can watch Stan.
There's only one reason why you have Stan, and that's for another sport. I won't mention the sport because I don't want to cop the 5-second penalty.
Well, Dave already mentioned a football team and got away with it, so he's
no, but that was in content. No, but that's in content.
He's Lewis Hamilton right now. He just quoted a rule book and got away with it.
God damn it!
That's George Russell.
That's George Russell.
One or the other. They both get away with things.
Apparently, what's Yellowstone?
It's the Kevin Costner movie, TV show, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a Kevin Costner one. I think it's like season 4 or something of it now.
Should I Google this?
I feel like
you can have a look. You should have a look at it.
I feel like someone suggested something. We need to look it up, at least.
It's a drama, though.
Western drama. Yeah.
I'm not sure about these dramas.
No.
Give me a comedy.
I still got to watch episode 1 of House of Dragons.
What's that?
Spoiler, Buvy, there's dragons in it.
I know that.
Is that new Game of Thrones thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have to. That's yeah. Oh, here we go. Plenty of violence. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, it is. It's a drama.
Yeah.
No,
I hear drama and I think of boredom. But if you're going to throw some violence in, it might,
Nah, actually, Yellowstone, based on what it is, I've seen some of the episode previews and that. There is quite a bit of violence there.
How long are the episodes?
I don't know.
Like an hour.
And
Scotty might be able to. It's probably an hour or something. The usual.
Okay. That's a long attention span.
Yeah, that seems like a lot. I need 20-minute episodes, and I need comedies.
Yeah,
just rewatch the IT Crowd again.
Yeah, 3 episodes of IT Crowd in a night rather than watching 1 hour of a drama.
That's true.
Yeah.
And you have more, and you'd be laughing all the way through it.
Well, yeah.
It's got the internet. It's a box.
Yes, it's a box. Or if you type Google into Google, you break the internet.
You break the internet. Everyone knows that.
Exactly.
So Dave, what we've established from my question a while ago is you'd like to play F1 Manager, but you can't.
He just has to have the time to do it.
Yeah, it's a PC based one.
No, I think you can play it on your PS5. I believe you got a PS5.
I need access to it. That's the only problem.
Have you got like a timeshare PS5?
Yeah, he's got a timeshare one.
Maybe we should organise something like that.
Is there?
A timeshare?
I'm not going to highlight that comment, Scotty.
No, don't hide.
So
It should have been released for PC.
I think it's PC, but you could probably get it on. You don't even have your
Does it
PS4
look like something you could use? Like at work. Does it look like spreadsheets and stuff?
Ooh, I'm just having a look now.
You can get it. You can get it on the PS4, Dave.
I don't have a PS4.
Okay, I can get it on the PS4.
Yeah,
You can get it on PC.
I had a PS3 that I sold, and then someone traded their PS4 when they got the PS5.
You've really got to speak
Nah,
to your,
Dave.
your
Unfortunately,
PlayStation broker, Dave. They're not doing
F1
Ooh.
weekend. Ooh.
Every
Ooh,
opportunity they
Every
can.
opportunity they will. It's Sky Sports. They will mention it every single time. Yes, last year it got washed out.
They'll bring it up as well because that was one of the things because Max got the points or half points for that race as well.
Yep, exactly.
For the win, where I think Lewis was like fifth or something.
So you got 4 points or something.
I'd say over 100 mentions because I'm going to say every corner they're going to be, and this is the last time we see this corner. This is the last time someone does this.
Oh, that's going to happen again as well. Yeah, exactly. And then on the final lap, every single time Crofty will say, "This is the last time we're going to see Max Verstappen in the lead on this corner or whatever."
This is the last time.
Lewis was third in that race, so he only lost 5 points.
That's
Max
nothing.
on that one. There.
I'm looking at it, Dave. Unfortunately, there's actually graphics in it. It's not just a spreadsheet thing.
So I'd have to play it
to-
at home as well. Yeah.
You'd have to play it at home.
I've got more time at work to do these kind of things.
Dave, could you take a PlayStation 4 into work?
The problem, I'd probably crash the network or something.
Knowing your
you need
network
a
and what's
Yeah.
knowing your network, forget it. I wouldn't even bother.
Yeah. That's
I don't think you'd need much network power to run a spreadsheet simulator. Besides, if you're playing a Ferrari, you're not doing much anyway.
You never know with our network. I do get scared sometimes when I stream the radio.
Oh shit!
I'm like, am I
wow.
pushing this to its limits?
Damn.
What you need to do is set up the PlayStation 4 at home and then remotely connect to it and play it that way.
This sounds very complicated for me.
A little bit. But the thing is, Dave, there'd be so much lag. You could be like Ferrari with your you could call people to pit.
Maybe that's the Ferrari problem.
You reckon they've got network
lagging.
problems?
They have a bad computer network and it lags.
So they're making decisions based off something from
So when they're
previous
telling
weekend.
people to pit and they're like neck and neck, do you reckon they're getting like an old stream?
Possibly.
Possibly.
They're watching the previous year's Grand Prix.
Where they're winning, and they just
Well,
No,
they
they
weren't
weren't
winning last year. Yeah,
They weren't.
they weren't doing anything last year. I don't know what they're watching then.
they were in no man's land last year.
Maybe they need to just practice a bit and play some F1 Manager.
Well, the other option is Dave, where you can get F1 Manager on your computer at home, and we can set up a remote to the computer, and you can play it that way.
It's complicated.
Yeah.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, but you've still got to go through the work network.
Okay, that's fair enough. Don't worry, you just say you play it on a lag. Say you play it on a 5-second lag.
So you play it just like Ferrari.
You play exactly. So basically, you're playing as Ferrari with any other team.
We could be on dial-up.
I reckon you guys are still running ADSL there.
I don't think it's that bad, but I think the problem, honestly, I think the way the network's set up, because everything's on a central server, I think that's not on our site.
Okay. So basically,
So I think there's a lot of data going backward and forward, and it's not.
and you probably haven't got enough bandwidth for it then.
I think that's probably the problem. Because without getting into it too much, usually the stuff that you're accessing locally isn't too bad. It's when you're accessing the stuff that's on the server, which isn't at our location.
No, great. Okay.
And yes,
maybe in Tasmania. Not where I am.
Yeah, well, some people have better NBN than others. Not all NBNs are created equally.
Unfortunately. Don't worry, Dave. You'll be on the ultra awesome NBN soon.
Yeah, as soon as I get a house.
Exactly.
I've got
we have a house up there.
You have a roof.
We've got most of the roof.
Subject.
It's getting there. So anyway, I think we've covered everything for tonight.
I think we've done well.
Yeah. So if there's no questions in the next 10 seconds, I reckon we call it a night and tell Rob what a good job we did tonight.
Of course.
Everyone down for that?
Then Rob will have to send out a Twitter just saying that he's not longer contracted to backseat drivers.
Backseat drivers.
Or maybe he sends out a Twitter saying that he's got next year, and then we have to put out a Twitter saying, that's not the case. Sorry, Rob. I don't know who told you, but we're getting a new. We're getting Buvy Pastari.
A new backseat driver.
A new backseat driver.
All right. On that note,
okay, we can't answer that one, Bargy.
They put it into the glass flat, and then they pull it with a string, and then it goes up.
Okay, Matt's there. You go. Matt's answered
problem solved.
Done.
Yep. I finally did something tonight productive.
Yes. Awesome work, Matt.
Good night, everyone.
Night, everybody.
Ciao.